Welcome back, guys. Well, who's here? Tyler
Hey, guys.
and Nathan McCartney from We Move, and it's a surprise day for us because we usually see Tyler from
Just
We
solo.
Move.
It's true.
Just solo.
Solo.
And then
Nathan.
look who you brought along.
Solo.
Just
for
tagging
our
along.
team.
Just tagging along.
Well,
Love it.
there's kind of a reason I don't think we've ever really talked about it on the show,
Yeah,
though.
it's true.
So, yeah, we haven't. Surprise, viewers. Nathan and I are business partners.
What? And I found this out, I guess, last time you were in
Yeah,
telling
I
us
think
your
so.
origin story, and
Yeah,
I was like,
think so.
Nathan McCartney, I know that guy.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, wait, it's the Nathan McCartney that I actually
Ice
know.
machines, it's fine.
Yeah.
So Nathan and I were sitting at lunch, middle of June 21,
Yeah. I
at
think so.
Katrina's on Battlefield.
Yeah, check them out too.
Couple margaritas, maybe.
Maybe.
Delete and deny. And we joked about starting a junk removal company. And then 2 weeks later, I called him. I was like, hey, I just resigned my job. Are you ready to go or what?
Yeah, that's about how it went. And I was like, okay, I guess we're doing
What's
this.
happening?
Well, and you see, so he pitched this to me because I'd owned a moving company before and had done that. And that can be a little bit tough because, you have to pick up stuff and you want to take care of it and you put it on a truck and then you have to take care of it getting it in the house, right?
Yeah.
Well, so he said, well, we're just going to haul off junk. We're just going to do junk. You never have to put it back in the house. You don't have to care about it. I was like,
absolutely no moving.
this sounds like a
Yeah.
good idea, right? Well, here we are, 2.5 years later, and we also do a lot of moving.
We move.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do both junk and moving now, so I feel like I got a little bait and switch, but that's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Here's my question for
Wasn't
you.
my fault.
As business owners, and, from resigning from your position and, just kind of having this casual conversation as you do with friends.
Yeah.
How making that dream a reality? How scary was it? But also how rewarding has it been?
Well, first of all, I didn't even realize it was a dream.
Okay.
Like when this all started, the idea of me owning a business had never even crossed my mind. So it honestly really was just like a click moment. I don't know if it was the good Lord being like, this is what you need to do or what, but it seemed to be working out how it's supposed to. So
I think
Yeah.
it's both. Like it's both.
Yeah.
It's both terrifying and it is rewarding. I can't imagine. I can't
it's-
imagine working somewhere else or working for someone else.
It's the stress. Everybody's stressed out, but it's your deal. So it's kind of a fun stress, if you will.
You either make it or break, and it's all about how hard you work, and the choices you make.
That's what I was going to say about running a business, though. I've heard it's very rewarding to be your own boss.
Yeah.
But then that also means all the stress and the workload is on you
I
to
mean,
make it successful.
We talked in
Yeah.
text. It was 10 o'clock probably last night before we were talking about the week coming up, and here's let's the schedule, and here's what we do to fix the truck, and here's payroll. You never turn it off.
And Nathan has a family, so there's a lot of times we don't talk throughout the day, and then 9, 10 o'clock at night, like you said, once the kids are in bed, we're on the phone, hey,
Yeah, Tyler sounds like I know when you got the kids
have
down.
our
'cause
meeting.
answered all my questions. So you have to find that balance. But I think really Tyler should be commended. I've talked to a lot of people because I've started a few businesses and done that, and everybody's got these great ideas, and we're gonna do this, and nobody ever just pulls the trigger. And so Tyler just being like, you know what? I put my 2 weeks notice in, we're starting this, in some ways is really the best way to do it.
You gotta.
Yeah.
'Cause otherwise you scare yourself.
Yeah, if you don't
and
do
talk
it,
yourself
you're
out of
never gonna do it. That's
Yeah.
what I said. I was like, if we don't do it now, we're never going to do it. It won't ever happen.
Yeah.
So, just
And you
gotta
did it.
Buckle down.
And for me, it was leaving the Air Force. I looked around, I was like, I'm getting out of the military. I know I want to do my own thing. I guess this is, I was like, I have a runway. I've got a few months where I knew I was getting out, and then I was like,
Why
better
not?
figure it out. And I didn't even apply for jobs. I just was like, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna do it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
And some ways, I think that's how you have to start a business. You can have a business plan all day long. One of the things we always said, the military is a perfect plan never survives first contact with the enemy. It's like,
Yep.
as soon you've got this great plan, and then you go do things,
Did you-
which is why we expanded into moving. We thought, well, junk will be great, which it is. I mean, it's a good component of our business. The roll-offs are a good component, but we kept getting calls about moving, and it's like, well, people trust us.
I know. I was
Yeah.
I was
Let's
on my
do
way
this.
to Memphis for the weekend. I remember back in the days when I had my convertible and could afford to do things.
You had the time.
And I called him. It was a Friday, and I said, "All right, you win. If we're gonna do moving, we're gonna do it right." And so we started that day. I was like, "All right, we're doing it."
So remind the viewers too, all the services you provide and why it's so important, because you are a local company.
Yeah,
and
we
it's
are
really
local.
important to have that local aspect because you know the area, you know the people,
Yep.
and you can trust the I'm just saying, you can trust the locals,
And
that you're from
if
here.
if you move with us, unlike some of the big companies, your stuff goes on the truck, stays on that same truck, and then gets delivered in your house. It doesn't go sit in a warehouse. It doesn't get offloaded off of a semi into another semi. You know, we're not a big van line. We're a local company with 2 local guys with family. We employ local people. But yeah, we do junk hauling. We love to do that. Obviously, that's where we got our start. But household moving has become a really big component for us, especially around town, or if you're moving from here to the lake, something like that. We're really great at that. And then we do have roll-off dumpsters as well.
Yeah.
And packing.
Oh, and packing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And packing.
Basically, if you need something hauled out of your house and put somewhere, we can do it.
Wait, I do want to talk. Sorry, real quick.
No,
I do want to
by all
mention
means.
the moving. Guys, the housing market has not slowed down. If you are moving,
Call them.
call us.
And please give us more than
How
like
far in
12
advance?
hours.
Because I'm moving in February.
Sooner
So.
than February, you're probably still safe, but
Okay.
I think people have switched to like winter thought of things are slow, and that is not the case for the
What's your
housing market
website?
right now. WeMoveJunk.com.
WeMoveJunk.com.
Easiest to follow our Facebook at WeMove. It gets updated. And
Yeah, I follow them too. Guys,
Yeah.
great to see you. Nathan,
You
good
too.
surprise.
Yeah,
Thank you so
Thanks for
much.
having us on.
See you soon.
Yes.
All right, guys, don't go anywhere. So much more fun coming up right after this.
And
That's
when-